called Web TV, where we discuss and analyze issues of importance on existence as a people, and of course, across the nations of the earth, and more importantly, within this geographical uh, contraption called Nigeria. Today is a great day in history, and the history will be made. And whatever happens after this, of course, will redefine the way forward for the people of the indigenous people of Biafra, and of course the quest for the restoration of Biafra. Today, Supreme Court is sitting over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and definitely will be freed because, according to the law, the appellate court of law, he has been freed and discharged, and there have been so much panic, anxiety, and excitement from different quarters over this particular issue. The people of the indigenous people of Biafra are anticipating their leaders who have been incarcerated over probably more than 2 years now for offense which he has been exonerated, acquitted, and discharged by the Nigerian court of law within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence. We're here now to share reactions and get people's opinion regarding this Supreme Court's judgment today. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine and good.
What can you say about the much anticipated release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which had been postponed for several months, or if not years, but finally it is sitting today in Abuja?
I know actually that Nnamdi Kanu will be released today. Nnamdi Kanu has no case with Nigeria. They have tried him several occasions and discharged him. You understand? Discharged and acquitted. But they still hold him. Why are you holding this man? Why are you holding this man? Can Nigeria tell the whole world the offense of this man? Why you are holding him? You have tried him so many occasions. He was discharged and acquitted, and you are still holding him. Please, I am advising the federal government, and so whosoever is concerned that has ganged up and hold this man, release him and let peace reign in Southeast region. Let there be peace in Southeast region. If you release this man, I don't think there will be all this no government and the so-called whatever or other atrocities that is going on there. Release this man. He has no case. And we are holding him.
He has no case. Of course, based on established facts.
He has no case to answer.
According to the Nigerian courts, he has no case. His case has been, allegations have been dismissed and squashed, and he's been still held behind the bars under DSS custody on what we know to be an illegal detention. You know that he was extradition from Kenya, which is a grave offense with great consequences. And the Nigerians have not survived from such of course, diplomatic blunder. And yet you are still expanding, creating more problems for yourself. Now, what could be the reason why the president or the Nigerian government refused to release him up to now? What could be their fears?
I cannot tell. I cannot say actually what could be their reason why he was held back, why the court of Nigeria have discharged him. I don't know. And let Nigeria government should let them come out and tell us the reason why they are holding him back. You understand? Irrespective of extradition, where the upload they did, they went and kidnapped him. But that one, I will not say much about that. It's only the international what is it called, court. We talk. We will say something about that. You understand? Because it's a breach of what is called contract.
Yeah, it's a breach of diplomatic.
It's a breach of diplomatic
treaty and an assault, a flagrant violation of his fundamental rights.
Exactly, you said it all. But please, release this man. Let there be peace.
Release
In
this
the,
man, let there be peace.
release this man, let there be peace in the whole Nigeria, more especially the southeast. Release this man, federal government. If you know something that will be good and be better for all Nigerians, release him, let him go. He has no case to answer you.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
wonderful
you.
submissions.
Thank you, my
Yes,
brother.
SM fans, you are welcome to this exciting moment. You can see I'm very excited over this development because I know that no matter, of course, how long evil prevails, if the goods will always have its day. You're most welcome once again, Mr. Elema. Okay, you're welcome. He said that I can't wait to see Mazin Kanu to be released. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Pastor Robert said Kanu's offense is that he does, okay, agitate for the freedom of his people. Is that an offense? It is encapsulated, of course, in international treaty on the rights of the people and their, of course, fundamental obligations. They have the right to self-determination, which was established by Nigerian High Court on the 30th of October 2023, where the court condemned the rascality and abuse of power by the federal government for proscribing, and especially the eastern governors, for proscribing IPOB as a terrorist group. They are well-registered organizations across over 200 nations on the earth, and you should in no way consider them to be a terrorist. If they were terrorists, Americans should have been well informed. The UK government, of course, the Asian government, and every other Australian, where these people reside or domicile, they have well-established structures which is governed by the principle of democratic process in and diplomatic approach in pursuance for their own, of course, realization and of the sovereign state of Biafra. That is the only offense because he expected his own people to be freed from this destructive system that have never worked and can never work from the foregoing, from the evidence that abounds. Nigeria has never worked and can never work because if it must work, it must be built on equity, fairness, and justice. Yes, to build a nation where justice and peace shall reign. And if there is no justice, there can be peace. That is the truth. I didn't say it because the Nigerian anthem said to build a nation where justice, peace shall reign. I've even forgotten. I'm fast, of course, forgetting the national anthem. But that is the reality. If there is no justice, you can't have peace. And that is why most people are calling that the government, for once, should live up to their responsibilities because they are the custodians of the law, the Constitution, and they cannot breach the Constitution they are expected to protect. Yes, because the same Constitution established the government, the same Constitution established the courts of law. So if the court had given an injunction for Mazin Kanu to be released after a very rigorous legal process of battle, you have no reason, you have no right, you have no any justification for holding him behind the bars because that is the position of the law. It is not the position of Chigos and Debo. The law has said it. Let the law has its course. You took him in the first place on the 27th day of June 2021. He was extraordinary rendition, an infringement to his fundamental rights of movement, of course, was trampled upon, was abused by that singular movement or acts against humanity, which is a very serious offense, and which, of course, will call for heavy compensations over this matter. And thereafter, you took them to the court. You gave several allegations, of course, levied against him, which unfortunately your own legal counsel could not be able to establish or substantiate with a very remarkable evidence. You cannot prove your case beyond reasonable doubt, and as such, the legal luminary who sat over the case understood that, honestly, Mazin Kanu has no case because there's no evidence. The Nigerian government cannot establish any evidence against him over what allegations he was levied against. And of course, such case has to be trashed, squashed, and dismissed. And the same court ordered the Nigerian government to release him unconditionally and compensate him for such a flagrant abuse on his fundamental right. Today, of course, is this hearing or the sitting in Abuja, of course, where the Supreme Court is to give the final position and to uphold the court position and injunction that have been already established by several courts of law within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence. Yes, we are much anticipating that for once over this matter, of course, should be rest, of course, should be made to rest once and for all if the justice is served. You cannot continue to deny a man justice when even the appellate court have established that. It's a flagrant abuse of his fundamental right, and of course, a violation to the rule of law, where we so much anticipate and believing that any moment from now, there will be pumping of champagnes and, of course, excitement in the air of the release of Mazin Kanu, because according to the Nigerian law and the court, has been established by the High Court in Enugu, according to Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution, that the indigenous people of Biafra has the right to self-determination. That alone is a very overwhelming and monumental victory for those who cares to know, except you have any other ulterior motive or interest, which of course should not override the position of the law. The law have said it, that they have the right to, of course, demand for freedom, demand for self-determination, which is never a crime anywhere in the world. Yes, because according to United Nations People's Charter of Fundamental Rights of the People, it is well enshrined, engrafted, and well established, boldly, of course, written, that every society or group of persons who feel threatened within a particular society or configuration has the right to self-determination as the only way of preserving their life, their future, and posterity. And to this end, the IPOB, from my findings, have established diplomatic approach and means in realizing their fundamental rights. It is their rights and nothing more, and should not be misunderstood or misconceived by anyone, because the law has said it, and you can't be more knowledgeable than the law itself. This is where I commend the Nigerian legal jurisprudence, who has for once stood up in defense of fundamental rights of freedom of the people. And having established this, we are much anticipating that justice should be served, not because I'm an Igbo man, because it is well deserved, well established, and from the foregoing, no man should ever contemplate of holding Mazin Kanu behind the 15th of December. In fact, that should be one of the best gifts for me. Of course, to commemorate my birthday anniversary, which was on the 11th of December. So that is the best Christmas gift for me. Let a man who has been set free by the court of law be discharged and acquitted, be released without any further ado. So to save us from any, of course, peaceful disruption of the people's, of course, peace and existence. because any further violation of his fundamental right might lead to a possible anarchy, might lead to a possible calamity, disaster, and catastrophe over humanity within this compassion. And we are calling on the people concerned to respect the rule of law. Nobody should be seen to be above the law. And that is how a system must work. If not that, then you are inviting anarchy, and that will, of course, have a sway on all and sundry. Nobody will have a hiding place. For us to continue, of course, this program every day, we are calling and advocating that Mazin Kanu should be released today in order to restore and foster, of course, any further breakdown of law and order. Because when the rule of law is jettisoned, when the rule of law is not upheld, definitely there is an invitation of anarchy. And that is why we are here to sensitize and inform the government that the needs of the people and the cravings of the masses is for the release and the compliance to the rule of law. You are welcome, Mr. MC Grammar.
All right.
Happy seeing you here. Good morning.
All right. Good morning, Nigerians and diaspora. Good morning, Nigerians, anywhere you're watching me from. This is MC Grammar. Of course, you all know the man that speaks the truth all the time. The only man that knows how to speak the truth. Good morning, everybody. Yes, back to your question today.
Yes, you have been one of the, of course, strong supporter for the release of Mazin Kanu. And today is the 15th day of December, which, of course, everybody is much excited and is anticipating that the court, the Supreme Court, which happens to be the highest court, should respect its own laws, of course, and constitution. By setting a man free, allow him to walk out of the dungeons of DSS free, has been, of course, established by the competent court of law. Your position on this?
All right, let me just ask you, who was the first court that first released Nnamdi Kanu? The federal government refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. The court has released him before, but they refused to release him. So it tells you that we are not supposed to depend on the courts. I've told the Igbos what we are supposed to do. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if after the court today, the court still detains Mazin Kanu, because that is the plan Tinubu has. They have discussed, that's discussed with the plan, don't release Nnamdi Kanu. That is the plan of Nigerian government. You know what? I've told Nigerian government that the only way we can do this thing is this. We, the Igbos, should unite. Let us come together. Let us strike for 5 days. No business in the whole Nigeria. Let us strike for 5 days. Igbo man should not go to business. Let us carry placard until you release Nnamdi Kanu. That is how we're going to get justice. That's how Nnamdi Kanu is going to release. But of course, nobody wants to do that. They will be chopping, eating turkey in their house. Eating turkey, drinking all kinds of drinks. Trophy. Now coming out to say they are clamoring for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That is not how to fight for justice. The way to fight for justice is if we all are interested in Nnamdi Kanu, if we all love Nnamdi Kanu the way we claim that we love him, we all should come together. We all should come together, unite all the Igbos, pick up a day and say for 5 days, Igbos are not going to business. Let us see. We own the economy of this country. We will paralyze the economy of this country. For 5 days, let us see. No motor parts people, no rice and beans. Just imagine anywhere all the Igbos are in the whole Nigeria, then Igbos did not open. So what do you think will happen? You will have effects in Nigeria. You will have effects on Nigeria because Nigerians will know very well that yes, these guys are doing something. These guys are sending a message to us. But you know, by sitting down at home, depending on court, the court that once granted they should release Nnamdi Kanu. The court that once says release this man, and federal government refused to release him. It's the same court that you are going to again. See, let me tell you something. We, the Igbos, I keep saying something. It's high time we speak with one voice. It's high time we talk with one voice. I don't know why. It's only in Nigeria here that we don't speak with one voice with the Igbos. Because, let me tell you, if we claim it's high time that all of us should unite together to say for 5 days we are not going to work. For 5 days, Igbo man is not going to work.
But the truth is that there is anger and desperation in the air, especially in the eastern region, not just the southeast, because we have the IPOBs in Ogoja, the IPOBs in Akwa Ibom State, the IPOBs in even in the Jos, who are anticipating eagerly for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. And if the Supreme Court today fails to uphold and defend justice and the rights of Mazim Nnamdi Kanu, there could be a possible outburst from different quarters.
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Please stop hoping on anything. Nothing will happen. You are in this country. When all of us, when they were going to Supreme Court, they went to the first court, Supreme, in case of Tinubu. We all of us were shouting whether they will bring him down. What happened? He won the case. Did anything happen? Why not shouting that they can? Nothing will happen. So you all should just delete that mentality from your brain. Nothing will happen. I've given you the accurate solution that what we the Igbos are going to do is this. We all should do meeting. Igbos should do meeting in Lagos. Let us pick a date. 5 days. All Igbos should go on strike. That is it. Strike. If you're a businessman selling peace, no Igbo man will open shop. That is how Nigerians will feel our effects.
Okay. All the major markets in Lagos should shut down.
Yes, shut down.
That is Igbo markets.
Yes, that is how the Nigerian government will feel our effects. That is what I'm saying.
That if the government of the Supreme Court fails to respect the fundamental right of Mazim Nnamdi Kanu today,
have they been respecting your fundamental rights? This is the question you ask. Have they been respecting your fundamental rights? The government is not, Nigerian government is nonsense. I don't regard them as government. They cannot even, do they know what is fundamental rights? Those ones don't know. Somebody is dictating for them. So you expect them. Let me tell you something. Quote, go and mark it. Go and write it. I said it. Today's judgment, they will not release Nnamdi Kanu. I don't care your
are you for real? They will not release him? On what basis?
This is what Tinubu told them. Tinubu told them not to release Nnamdi Kanu. Now, unless we Igbos make a drastic decision, unless we Igbos take a very strong decision on this Nnamdi Kanu case, that is when Nigerian government will listen to us. And the drastic decision is all Igbos should close shop for 5 days, including me. I am ready to sit at home for Nnamdi Kanu. That is how we claim that we love Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu sacrificed himself for us. Now, why can we not sacrifice ordinary 5 days? That's my question. Why can we not just sacrifice ordinary 5 days for Nnamdi Kanu? This is what I've been saying. All of us, I don't know why we are this thing. The only thing is that we should think of how we will redeem Igbos. We Igbos should think of how do they value Igbos. Everybody speaks about it in Nigeria.
I know by Igbos you are bringing to fore, of course, the Ijos, the Securis,
yes,
the Ibibios,
yes,
and the Akwa Ibomites.
Yes,
they are Igbos. They are classified under the Biafra configuration.
Imagine, for 5 days, we did not go to a shop. Hey, Nigeria will burn. Just imagine it. I sit down sometimes, I imagine it, that for 5 days, Igbos everywhere did not go to shop. For 5 days, hey, what are you saying? Nigeria will burn. I'm telling you, Nigeria will rule. That Nigeria, that what they need to do is let us come and say, yes, the Igbos, this is what we're going to do. We are not going to go to shop for 5 days. And I tell you something, do you know what? Nigerian government will respect Igbos. You know, people used to say that Igbos are not united. That time they will see unity. Maybe they used to say, and Igbo want cooperate and want unite. You will see unity then. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, my brother said that it is easier said than done. You need to take action.
My name is Ayo. So many things have been said and done about Nnamdi Kanu. Well, I pray Nnamdi Kanu will get his desire right. And it has been long said, fundamental rights is not appreciated in Nigeria. So anything right in Nigeria, keep it to yourself. Even the people in the National Assembly, the House of Reps, they know all these now. Any bill passed is not always implemented right. But let me come back to Kanu. It's easier said than done. I love my brother's agitation and I love his spirit. Do it. I know Igbos. When I was in Agbo, I was a Yoruba man. When I get to Agbo, that's when I know that Agbo, Igbo, they do meeting. Even our own Lagos State here, if you see in a very small village, very small town, you see Igbo, even if they are selling okra, they will gather themselves. Take action. Don't just say it. Network yourself. We have almost about millions of Igbos in Alaba. Let me mention Badagry trade fair. You will see a whole settlement, whole Igbo domain. So he's not even saying it. What I'm saying is that if Igbo can say sit at home and he's taking effect, then if you say Kanu is not going to release today, let Igbo take action now. If not, they will see you as a drum that is just sounding without people listening to.
That's making empty noise.
Empty noise.
This
So
is a Yoruba man who has been to Abo. What was your experience in Abo when you served or what?
yes, I went there to serve and
What
work.
was your experience and the hospitality?
Yeah,
over
well,
there?
the people there, they are loving. I must sincerely tell you that. And I heard that Agbo is half Igbo, half South. But
Abo Southside is not a tribe.
okay,
Southside is just a mere nomenclature. It's a geographical nomenclature that is not in existence. Abo is purely Igbo. There's nothing like South as a race.
okay, let
So
me
that
say.
is the misconception.
But according
They are
to their
Igbo.
definition.
Yes, but let me say because they are Deltans and they are South, and they are loving people, they are good people. I must say it. And of all the South, I say I respected Agbo people a lot. The Cat people, especially the Cat Nuts. So Aniocha or Anioma, whatever.
Is Igbo territory?
Yes, Igbo territory, and I love them.
You enjoy their soup.
Wow, I love them, and with their soup, their dog. That is where I was experiencing where people eat dog and pami every Sunday. That is what I love because they have to come and call me, boy, welcome, let's go. So I enjoy their company. They are loving people and they are good people. So I give it to Agbo people. So let me come back to that as Igbos take action and fight for your right. I support you, Igbo, because as I'm speaking on, my own brother and nephew married to an Igbo lady, Chinansa. My own mother, our own sister married to an Ebonyi man. So as I'm talking to you, I'm yeah. So that I said that fight for your right. Nigeria don't respect for that. So Igbo take action. Good day.
God bless you. God bless you. This is a Yoruba man, of course, advocating for the release, unconditional release of Mazim Nnamdi Kanu. And he have been able to test the Igbo region and understood by his submissions that Igbos are loving people, they are accommodating in nature, and they love strangers. They love strangers. My people love strangers. It is not a joke.
Okay,
We take care of strangers.
I want to
Yes, you have said that Igbo should take actions. Now, of course, the ball is on the court of an average.
I want
Igbo
to
man.
remind you of something. Nobody is talking about certificates forgery of Tinubu again. This country is useless. Nobody is talking about certificate forgery of Tinubu. We have forgotten that. You understand?
That is a bygone. That is not an interest to us now.
No.
Our
You see,
interest is let the
country.
leader of the indigenous people of Biafra be released according to the law, not
Okay.
according to Chigozie.
I want to say something to Ohanes and Igbo. I never liked you people from beginning. You people are misleading the Igbos. My name is MC Grammar. I stay in Lagos. I'm talking to Ohanes and Igbo. You people are misleading the Igbos. You people are doing your Ohanese for the love of money. You don't represent the interests of the Igbos. We, the Igbos, we know you are not working. But I want to say this, that if you can conduct yourself, if you can cooperate, if you guys can do meeting upon meeting, let us see how we can rescue Nnamdi Kanu. Let us do a sit at home for Nnamdi Kanu. I used to tell people, it is not when you are chopping turkey that you think federal government. I don't know whether you know what is government. Government is more powerful than anybody. You know why? It is only government that will look at a house you built for 15 years and say demolish it today. Nobody can
there
do
can't
it.
be government without the people.
That's it.
So the absolute sovereignty resides with the people.
That's it.
When the people say we are done with this, that is the government.
That's
that
it.
will be a change of government and revolution.
Yeah.
A positive revolution that will chart a way forward.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is this. Honest and Igbo, I want you all to do a meeting, strong meeting. I, MC Gama, stand firmly on that. I stand firmly on that word that we should think of 5-day strike. All businesses sit at home. Let us play football for 5 days. Nobody should open. No market should open for 5 good days. advocate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That is when the whole Nigeria we know that Igbos are serious with these agitations. Igbos are serious with this thing, so they will begin to look inward. But
Yes,
this
just as a let me
aspect
come.
of okay.
Kenechukwu said, I am not in Nigeria, okay, but I am ready to, of course, close my shop for that 5 days.
Yes, of course.
Wow, you can see the passion of
That's
an
it,
Igbo people,
that's it,
of the Biafrans. Let me
Yes.
not just be using the word Igbos.
Yes.
But Igbos will mean the Sheklis, the Jaws, the Bibios, and the Akwa Ibomites, the Calabarians, and whatever
Yes.
that makes the front Biafran state.
Yes.
All of them have are very passionate about their own country home, or the supposed country home Biafra, and they love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu
We love
very
him.
much,
We love
and
him
we'll be able to
passionately.
pay
So
every
we are ready.
sacrifice.
We are ready to die for Mazen Khan. Someone like me, I am ready. In fact, let me tell you something. It's only fund that is delaying me. I could have started a stupid thing for this fight of Igbos. I'm telling you the truth. Assuming I have someone to sponsor me the other way, my own will be more radical than Nnamdi Kanu because I'm a fearless person. You know what? I am not a fearful person. Nothing shakes me at all because I come from around this world. If you know around this world in Igbo land, you understand me. We are fearless people. And anything you want to do that you want to kill or you are killing somebody, it doesn't move us. We only believe when you say you are going to kill us until you kill. That's what we know. We don't believe you are going to
let me
kill.
inspire hope. Are you ready to pump up Japan today? Are you ready to pump up Japan? Because we are much anticipated. Of course, the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra,
Okay.
according to the law.
Okay, let me put it this way. Somehow, let me just say my word in between now. I don't see them releasing him. That's the truth. But for the coming together of some governors in the eastern region, Tinubu could have looked inward into that and then probably give order. But I don't think the day they will release Nnamdi is not today. Not the day Igbos are expecting. That's what I want to tell you. I don't see them. They will still remind him in prison custody. That's what I see. I am not. I'm praying good for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Please, viewers, get my points. Somebody should not misquote me. I'm not praying that they should not release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, it is my prayer that they should release him. But I know Nigerian government. I know Tinubu is a heartless person. They listen to Tinubu's order. He will not want to release him. Even if they want to release him, it will be a time the Igbos are not expecting that they release him. So what I'm trying to say, if they release him, of course, I will be the person, I will be the type to celebrate more than anything. That's should in case they release him. But if they don't release him, option B, let us go, let us strike for 5 days and tell the whole Nigerians we are not happy the way you are detaining Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And let all the Igbos say, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu could sacrifice himself for us, what is 5 days? Then you want government again. Then another one coming is 1 month. I swear you will paralyze the economy of this country. Imagine an Igbo man did not go to shop for 5 days. Just imagine. All over Nigeria. No, bros, I'm asking you. Just imagine an Igbo man did not go to
The
shop
entire
for
economy
5
of
days.
the country will shut down.
I'm telling you, entire country, they will shut down. What business and everything. Everything. Then the prices of things will skyrocket. Any Yoruba man that opens shop will make more money. You know why? What they're selling 1,000, he will sell it 3,000. So that's what it means. So what I'm trying to tell people is this, that we should consider option B in case this court aspect fails, because I'm sure it will fail. But let us consider option B and fight for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Let me say this to my Igbo
Not just
brothers.
fighting for Mazen, and fighting for a just cause,
Yes.
fighting for justice, for fairness, for equity.
Let me say this to my Igbo brothers. Listen to me. I know of a place I went somewhere, they were talking about. I gave them this instance. One stupid idiot said, an Igbo man said, why should we close our shop? For what? Because of what? I said, you're a madman. That's my reply to him. You're a madman. A man that sacrificed himself. His own father died in the cause of pursuing for Biafra. His mother died. Then you cannot sacrifice 5 days. You are a mad. Now tomorrow you are coming out to say Biafra, Biafra. You are a madman. So many people are shouting Biafra, just lips. They are not serious about it. They are not. This is what I call lip service. They are not serious about it. If you want to shout Biafra, You shout Biafra seriously.
In action.
Yes, in action.
In
Biafra
spirit,
is,
soul, and
yes,
body.
because we are Biafrans. So if we close out for 5 days, someone like me, I will play football for that 5 days more than anything, because we want to show to Nigerian government that Igbos are not pushover. You cannot just push over the Igbos in Nigeria. We want to show to Nigerians that Igbos have come to stay. We are now more united than ever. So
Exactly.
we are more united than ever. So what I'm trying to say is that we closing down our business to fight for Nandekano shows that Igbos are serious with their agitations. So what we are trying to say is this: in case today did not work, Igbos, onye ọbụla na-anụ m, biko ka anyị consider option B. Onye ka m na-ekwu, ka anyị consider an option B. Let us all close our business. Ka onye ọbụla for 5 days, ka anyị mee meeting, all the Igbos, ka anyị aga n'ahịa for 5 days. Ka mmakịrị ya na-akpọ Nigeria, because Igbos control the economy of this country. But I want to see
Kenechukwu is supporting your position.
That's the truth.
For option B.
Yes.
Of course, to get the attention of Nigerians.
Yes, of course.
To do what is right and what is just.
That is it.
According to the law.
Yes, that is it.
Emo Aji said, wow, he said 1 month, read Biafran. They are commending you, of course, for your statement and position. Linus Obi said true talk, honestly, and Juventus Opala said amen to that affirmation.
That's it.
Well, the board is now on the
Let
court.
us prove to them that Igbos have come to stay in Nigeria. Igbos are more united than ever. Igbos will one day pull out of this country. That is the truth. So what I'm trying to say, when we try this mechanism, when you use this mechanism, then we'll take another mechanism to use for Biafra. That is yes, that's what I'm saying. Let us try to use this mechanism. Then we sit down to think of what to do. Another mechanism to use for Biafra. I'm telling you, it is not there. I know of various mechanisms we can use to get Biafra. No gun, no shooting, but we can get Biafra. Everything is on my head. But the problem is, I need sponsor. If I get a sponsor, I know the things to say. I know where to go and where to go to get Biafra. You know what? Because everything is in my brain. But what I'm trying to tell people is that please, this thing I'm saying, I'm very, very serious about it. I'm not joking. All right. At this note, I want to say this. I want this opportunity to say something to my viewers that have been watching me, that have been calling me on phones. Most of you call me on phones, and you tell me you love me so much. You love my points. You love the things I say. And somebody would ask if I'm married. I'm married with 3 kids. Please, I'm married with 3 kids. Just for you to be aware of that. All right. So.
Yes, let me just read it before you go. He said,
right.
If they like, of course, by AGK Kingsley, he said, if they like, let them keep him in detention. The more they keep him, of course, the more Nigerian soldiers and police officers will keep, of course, dying until they do the needful.
No, now
well, we are not calling for anarchy. We are not calling for violence.
Let me tell you something.
But sometimes violence becomes the last option when government fails to comply with the rule of the law.
Let me tell you something you don't know. HK, I'm not against what you're saying. You have your own view. But please, why I said Nnamdi Kanu has given us enough. Let us give Nnamdi Kanu 5 days. It is not big. That's what I mean. Let us give him 5 days. Let us even witness how Nigeria is going to be. It has never happened in Nigeria before. Let us do it for the first time. Let us see how Nigeria is going to be.
As you said, you meet somebody and was suggesting this to them as the only way to get the attention of the government.
Yes.
He said that how can you shut your business for 5 days?
That's it. You see?
Now, when you look at Lagos, the 677 houses, duplexes that we are demolished,
They belong to
675 belongs to the Igbos.
Imagine.
After you have made your money and you claim you have a property in Lagos, and the house was demolished overnight.
Yes.
So, what sense is that?
That's it.
What sense does that make?
Imagine.
That you can make a sacrifice of course, to
Just 5
preserve
days.
your
Yes.
prosperity, your
I mean,
posterity,
how much
and your
sacrifice?
future.
How many days sacrifice? Only 5 days sacrifice. So that's what I'm saying.
And the
Now,
same video was brought down. They
yes,
shot it down and they were crying.
yes.
One of them said that he spent 300 million.
See, let me tell you, bros. You know, now in
He,
Nigeria,
he won this.
the time has come for we the Igbos to use action to confront this government. You know, they know us to be, we speak English too much. We believe in the court. The court is not helping us. We always believe in the court. The court is not helping us. So the time has come for us to forget about the court or English. Let us try to bad action in ourselves. Let us bring out the action. Eji woman in the Igbo. Enwere ihe eji woman ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo bụ Igbo. Gịnị ka a na-akọ? Enwere ihe eji woman ndị Igbo. Ka anyị gwa na Igbo bụ Igbo. Anyị ga-emekwa ihe anyị eji woman Igbo. That's what I'm saying. So please, let us see how we the Igbos. And listen, this is not the only place I'm canvassing that we should do 5 days strike. I've been canvassing it. And I want to continue to canvass it until one day it comes to pass. I want to see it come to pass. 5 days is not big enough for you to fight for Nnamdi Kanu. 5 days is not big enough. I am saying it. I know the business I do, but I'm ready. If it call it 10 days, I'm ready. Please, let us sacrifice for Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu has done something. Let us try to sacrifice for him. It's a must that we sacrifice for Nnamdi Kanu. And that's exactly what I am saying. It is a must.
Thank you so much, MC Grammar, for wonderful submission, sir.
Right.
Thank you. I will still come back here to continue on the update. Thank you, SM fans. We will go on break now. Of course, to resume subsequently. Yes, to continue this update because it's an issue of great concern and importance to us. Not until I come your way, I remember.